Our dorm room looked normal. 2 beds, 2 desks, split down the middle. My side had textbooks, ramen wrappers, a dying plant. Caleb's side had a solid core door with a key lock he installed himself. It was always locked. We weren't friends, just assigned roommates. He was quiet, kept to himself, and made one thing very clear the first day we moved in. Don't open my door. Ever. He didn't smile when he said it, didn't blink either. I laughed, thought he was joking. He didn't laugh back. At first, I didn't care, whatever. Maybe he was into weird porn or taxidermy or something. But the noises started 2 weeks in. Scratching. Not every night, just enough to notice. Then the whispers. Low, breathy, like someone muttering behind the door. Sometimes I'd hear thumps, like something heavy falling. Once, I swear I heard a growl. I asked him about it once, half joking. "You got a pet or something?" He looked at me like I'd just told him I poisoned his food. "No, just stay out of my side." I should have left it alone, but that door, it started to feel like it was watching me, like something behind it knew I was curious. And last night, something scratched from the inside. Long, slow, deliberate. I sat up in bed, heart pounding. The sound didn't stop. Just a rhythmic drag of what sounded like nails across wood. I stared at that door for 2 hours before I passed out. This morning, Caleb was gone. No note, no text, no class. But the door? Still locked. And now there were 4 fresh gouges on the outside of it, as if something inside had been trying to claw its way out. I knocked on Caleb's door. Not gently, not politely. Full knuckle, loud, urgent. "Caleb, you in there?" No answer. I tried calling him again, straight to voicemail. I pressed my ear against the wood. Nothing. No movement, no breathing, no scratching this time. Just silence. The gouges were definitely new. Deep, irregular, angry. They trailed down the center of the door like fingers, or claws had been dragging themselves down in frustration. I ran my fingers over them. Still splintery. Something happened last night. Something real. I texted him again. "Where the hell are you? Your door's scratched up and I'm not sleeping through that again." No reply. That's when I noticed the air. Cold. Too cold. The vent above the door was blowing Arctic. The rest of the room was normal, but right near that door, breath visible cold. Screw it. I wanted answers. I grabbed a paper clip and my student ID and tried the lock. Nothing. Solid. Whatever Caleb installed, it wasn't some cheap bolt. This thing was industrial, reinforced, probably illegal. By midnight, I had a plan. I swiped a crowbar from the janitor's cart when he left it unattended outside the bathroom. Felt wrong. Felt right. I waited until the hallway went quiet, slipped back inside, and stood at the line between my side and his. One last look at the gouges. Then I jammed the crowbar into the doorframe and pushed. The wood groaned, cracked, something popped. The lock gave. The door opened an inch, and the smell hit me. Wet copper. Rotten meat. Burnt hair. I gagged, mouth flooding with saliva, eyes watering. I pushed it open farther with the crowbar, keeping my distance. The light inside didn't work. Dead bulb, maybe? Or maybe not. I turned on my phone's flashlight and stepped in. The first thing I saw was the writing. Notes. Pages. Hundreds of them. Taped to every inch of the walls. Scribbled in ink and dried something brown. Maybe blood? Maybe worse. The second thing I saw was the cage. Steel, bolted to the floor, burn marks around its base. And inside, blankets, torn, blood-stained, and something was breathing underneath them. I froze. My light shook in my hand, throwing wild shadows across the walls. The cage sat square in the center of Caleb's side of the room, like he'd rearranged everything around it. The floor beneath it was scorched black, charred circles, burnt offerings. The thing under the blanket moved. Slow, controlled, like it knew I was watching. I took one step closer. The floor creaked. The breathing stopped. My light caught something on the far wall, a list. Taped up with heavy black tape, the ink smeared and furious. Rules. Feed it raw meat daily. Never speak to it directly. Don't let it see your reflection. Burn your name once a week. If it learns your name, run. Lock the door, always. My heart dropped. This wasn't just some psycho roommate hiding a dog or a feral raccoon. This was ritual, containment, worship. The blanket twitched again. "Caleb?" I whispered, even though I knew better. The blanket flew off. It stood, tall, slender. Wrong. Its body was shaped like a man, but stretched. Skin too pale, joints too loose, fingers too long. The face wasn't a face at all, just a smooth slab of flesh. Until it split open. Teeth, rows of them, a smile too wide. Then it spoke, in Caleb's voice. "You're not supposed to be here." My knees nearly gave out. It grabbed the cage bars. They hissed. Smoke. It burned when it touched them. I backed up, heart slamming my ribs. I aimed the light at its face, and the skin twitched, like it was trying to build a new one in real time. "You broke the rules," it hissed, voice glitching between Caleb and something else, wet, gurgling, deep. I ran, out of the room, into the hall. I slammed the door behind me and shoved a chair under the handle. It wouldn't hold forever. Back in my room, I locked the bathroom door, grabbed my phone, and opened Caleb's messages. Only one unread, time-stamped an hour before I broke in. "If you're reading this, I'm gone. It saw you. You have 2 days." I stared at my reflection in the black mirror of my phone, and I swear my eyes didn't blink at the same time. It didn't knock. It just opened the door. I had jammed a chair under the handle, stacked books in front of it like a makeshift alarm. None of it mattered. The door creaked open, slow, deliberate, like it was letting me know that locks didn't mean anything anymore. Caleb stood in the doorway. Same hoodie, same faded jeans, same scar on his cheek from where he slipped on a bottle during week 1. But the eyes, too still, too black, and the smile was just a bit too wide, stretching like the skin had forgotten where to stop. "I told you not to open the door," it said. My throat tightened. "You're not him." It stepped into the room, moved just like him, sat down in his chair, even leaned back the same way, hands behind its head, cocky, chill, like we were just roommates again. But the weight in the room was different now. It was heavy, electric, wrong. "You broke the rules," it said. He followed them, mostly, until he tried to burn me. It pulled up its sleeve. Underneath the skin was scorched flesh, melted, twisted, not human, not anymore. "Whatever it is," I whispered, backing up, "it wears your face like a mask, but it's not you." It grinned. "You think that helps you, naming it, calling it out? You let me out. That's all that matters now." The room tilted. The walls felt closer. I couldn't breathe. It stood. "You know what he said when he lit the fire? He cried, begged, but not for himself, for you. He said, 'Don't let it see him. Don't let it.'" I grabbed the crowbar from under my bed. It laughed. "You think that'll help? I've worn better faces than this." It stepped closer, and I stepped forward too. Something snapped inside me. The fear melted. All that was left was rage. Not at the thing, at myself, for letting it out, for waiting, for watching. I looked it dead in the eye, those swirling black pits pretending to be human, and said it loud, "I know what's under your face." It stopped, just for a moment, like those words meant something, like it recognized them. Then it screamed, high and sharp, not Caleb's voice at all. The walls trembled, and I swung. The crowbar connected with a crack like snapping ribs. It stumbled back, shrieking. The face peeled slightly, like the skin didn't want to hold anymore. I didn't stop. The thing crashed into the dresser, wood splintered. The mirror above it shattered, and in every shard I saw a different version of Caleb's face. Some laughing, some screaming, all wrong. It was changing again. The voice glitched in and out of people I knew, my mother, my old math teacher, Caleb's RA, like it was flipping through channels, trying to find one that would make me stop. But I didn't. I grabbed the lighter and the can of gasoline Caleb had hidden behind the mini-fridge, half full, enough. It stood, bleeding smoke from where I'd cracked its ribs. The face was starting to melt, literally dripping like wax under heat. "You can't kill me," it hissed. "I'm not in here." I snapped the lighter. The flame trembled in my hand. "No," I said, stepping closer, "but I can make you run." I doused the walls first, soaking the notes, the cage, the mattress. The creature screamed as the gas hit its skin, like it was made of open nerves. Its flesh sizzled on contact. "You think you're the first to try?" it screeched. "No," I said, lighting the wall, "but I'll be the last to let you out." Flames roared up in a heartbeat. The room became an oven of smoke and fire. The thing lunged for me, but its skin was sloughing off in sheets now, bubbling and peeling. I kicked it back and dove through the window, glass shattering as I hit the grass below. I rolled. Pain bloomed in my shoulder, but I kept moving. Behind me, the room was an inferno. Screams poured out like smoke. No one else in the building heard them. No one else could. It's been 6 days. The dorm was shut down for fire investigation. Caleb's name was scrubbed from the records. My name too, I think. But every time I close my eyes, I hear it. The scratching. I see the face, not Caleb's anymore. A new one. It's learning me. Every mirror flickers wrong. Every shadow moves just a beat late. I don't think I burned it. I think I invited it. So I locked my new room from the inside, and I haven't looked in a mirror since.
Tell me, you would have opened the door too, wouldn't you? Or maybe you'd run. Let me know what you'd do if the thing wearing your friend's face knocked. Either way, I'll be waiting right here, by the fire. Until next time.